I have my dream job. But even dream jobs have not so dreamy parts. That's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what to do about your busy work, they actually do it. That way your team can focus on what matters. To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Serve, brought to you by ServiceNow. This episode will be shorter than Novak's match with FAA.
by at least 4 hours and 48 minutes, probably.
It'll be shorter by 5 hours, is what's going to happen. I have Coco written here. I feel like that match was played 4 days ago.
Yeah.
At this point.
Yeah, Coco's already done whatever weird recovery that she didn't need to do.
It's still the most passive-aggressive thing I've heard since I've been over here, where I talked to her about being tired, and she told me that she has actually never been tired on a tennis court.
Oh, God, that upsets me.
I just watched tennis, and I'm tired. I don't even play it now, and I'm tired.
I mean, we can't bury the lead. I mean, what was it like being in the bunker for that match, calling that match today?
It was pretty great. You know, it's honestly, it's like nerve-wracking. One, before you get to the match, it's nerve-wracking going into a bunker with, you know, John and Patrick, who have done so many matches and have their cadence and the way they do things, and they kind of obviously have that chemistry. That's like, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but they were so gracious and nice. And, you know, I pulled Patrick aside before and I said, just, you know, if I'm fucking up your flow, just don't be scared to tell me. You know, but it was fun. I mean, it's obviously my first time really doing this and for ESPN, and to kind of participate and have a front row view of kind of one of those matches, right? You were at one of those matches, those 5-hour epics that define a tournament, potentially like define history in our sport. You just never know. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time seeing. I mean, my favorite part of like our bunker at ESPN, the players' box is right above it. So you were in it anytime they show any hint of emotion. Like Novak will yell at his box, and I feel like he's yelling at me for a second. And then I realize he's looking above me. Like it was amazing. Like what, I mean, I guess we'll get to that. It was last on the list, but we're just going to, fuck it. We're just going to go with it. It's, you know what, on top of all the superlatives of, you know, winning and all that, the part that fascinates me the most, and I said it during the broadcast, is he's already finished tennis. He's won everything. He's won everything so many times, right? He's got a beautiful family. Like, he's chasing ghosts. And that's only a small part of it, but to like live as disciplined as he's lived for as long as he's lived that way, and then to still have that kind of energy where this matters to him still, can't be undersold. Like it's not as if he just rocks up and can play 5 hours. I know he's playing a limited schedule, but every bite that he has affects his job. Every night of sleep that he has still affects his job. Every decision he makes, even while he's not on tour, still affects his job. And he doesn't need any of it. Like it's not as if it's like he has to have it, or like there's a number for retirement, or like there's the motivators are what? It's an unknown road. Like he's not at the point where he's guaranteed to win slams anymore. It's not at the point where he goes in and is like, yeah, I know I'm going to be holding the trophy in 2 weeks. It's unknown. And to still have that thing, and like, listen, you might, you know, get mad about the way he goes about things, or he yells at things, like whatever, put that aside. This is a separate conversation. Like, fucking get over it. Like, this is a separate conversation. Like, let's talk purely about tennis and longevity. And I mean, it's just, and it's not as if you have, like in tennis, you're isolated. It's not as if you have a locker room and the camaraderie and all of those things to kind of hold you up. There's no coach saying, hey, listen, you still play great. Give me 22 good minutes tonight. How about 5 hours and 15 minutes tonight alone? Like, it's just, he's proving, he just proves how hard tennis is, the value of it. And that to me, that's the thing, like, I always am fascinated by. It's like, this is, I can't even keep track of the numbers. The 66 millionth quarterfinal that he's been in a Grand Slam. Mm-hmm. And he's still breaker, lockdown mode, second ever super tiebreaker. He's played one other just standard kind of tiebreaker, the US Open, not the extended version. Second one ever. Like, other one was Wimbledon 2019 when he won against Roger. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I'm just watching and I'm going, respect. Like, obviously, it's going to be really hard to motivate every minute of every match. Like, there's a couple loose games here and there, and whatever. We're nitpicking. We have to call a match as we see it. That was a loose game, maybe a mental lapse. And then you're going, like, obviously. Like, I mean, this many years later, obviously.
Can you kind of recap and break down just the level of tennis we saw out of both players? I mean, just level set here for, I mean, the random one person that's listening to this podcast right now that doesn't know what happened.
Oh, well, okay. Well, sorry Novak won. You know what? It seems it feels like I'm like, it's a cheap if you just skipped to the answer and didn't participate in that drama with us. Novak won 7-6 in the fifth, extended super match tiebreaker. 5 hours, 15 minutes, the longest quarterfinal ever at Wimbledon, which is just like absurd. I am simultaneously so impressed by Novak, and performance fine, playing tennis is fine, still doing it, still living it. I retired at 30, dude.
Mm-hmm. He's 39.
With a lot less success than this guy. I mean, obviously, like a speck of sand in a swimming pool compared to this. But like, the fact that he's still going, I was heartbroken for FAA too. Like, he went straight over. It looked like his shoulders were kind of heaving. I couldn't get an up close. We were in the middle of doing it. I don't know if he was emotional or not, but like, on the heels of his press conference after he lost to Gaboli at the French Open, where he's like, I'm just not good enough. I'm not that guy. Some version of that. Don't at me in the comments, please. But like, a version of like, I'm disappointed. I want to be that guy, and I wasn't today. I didn't step up. He stepped up today. Like, he lost. I've had moments on that court where I felt like I stepped up and lost, right? Like, I don't know that he did much wrong. Novak is Novak. I don't, you're doing something right when the comparison for your failures is like, are like three people on earth.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that that's anything. I said as he was walking off, he was hanging his head, and I don't know, besides a result, that he has a reason to. It's hard. Tennis is just hard, man. But there were other matches. Novak is like absurd. He needs those 2 days. He has 2 days before he plays Sinner. Mm-hmm. This would have been borderline impossible if he only had 1 day to recover. Like, last year, he had a hard time recovering in that semi. He looked, didn't look right. Was carrying an injury. Had a calf thing in the first set. Feels like it went away. So we don't know what that was, but I'm sure his body's not going to really be too pumped with him tomorrow when he wakes up at 39 years old. But I started to get into Coco in her match against Jess Pegula today. I thought Jess was the favorite in that match, based on head-to-head matchups, based on preference of surface, highest ranked player left in the draw. Coco is a gamer. Like, I don't know if I've seen a top player kind of play up and down to their competition as much as she does, but she doesn't take any plays off. She like none. Everyone talked about the Rafa, like he always played every point. Like, great. Coco is that person. She does not take plays off. She could be playing terribly, and she does not take points off and plays off for a second. And to go out and beat Jess, who is historically has not been a great matchup for her on a surface that has historically not been a great surface for her, the way that she did, I mean, forehand was an issue, so she was taking big swings to big parts of the court. Her footwork is better on grass. She started finding her footing, those small steps that you need on grass, not kind of those big speed steps, but those little steps that no one notices because the other person's hitting the ball when you're making them. She's getting better in real time. Like, it's amazing. She's kind of knocking down that forehand and charging forward sometimes, which is valuable. Even if she gets past, that's valuable because the person has to think about the threat of what she's doing. And it's amazingly fun to see. Listen, there's no reason she's got a big record 5-1 or 6-1 against Muchova. Mm-hmm. Like, she's got to think she can win this tournament. She's got to think she can win this tournament.
I mean, why not, right? After the performance today, I mean, why not? I mean, she's 17-2 in Grand Slam 3-setters since 2023 U.S. Open. She has the third best winning percentage in 3-set matches on tour with 67%.
No, I mean, ever. She's 25-7 in majors. Is third all time in majors. 25-7 in 3-setters.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, she's peaking at the right time. It seems she seems so confident. I mean, it was exciting to watch today. I mean, I think Jess played great. It was her first time ever on center court. But I mean, to all the points that you just said about that's what they said in the notes.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
First time ever playing on center court. It's Coco's 6th Grand Slam semifinals since winning Roland Garros in 2025. I think all of her momentum right now is going in the right direction. You know, when I look at the rest of the draw, I mean, why aren't you looking at Coco and saying she has all the momentum?
Yeah, I mean, she's the highest ranked person left, if I'm not mistaken. Noskova, I mean, it makes sense if Jess was, and the top seed on the bottom is Noskova at 9. I'm not real great at math, but 7's lower than 9, right?
Yeah, generally.
So it's weird to think because Coco is sometimes in her matches it's like a roller coaster, right? And you know, we've seen her be human and struggle, you know, at the Open last year with the double faults, and like she broke down on court, and like even someone as mentally tough as her has had it. And then all of a sudden you look up and again, she's in the semis. Could argue she's now the favorite. Muchova is really good. Played an unbelievable match against Osaka today. Like, unbelievable. She's so much fun to watch. And this is a big if, because there's 4 full grown-up sets ahead of her. If she wins this, she has what, a decade to complete the career Grand Slam in Australia?
Wow.
I mean, You're talking about like people that like will have statues built after them. That's not like your friend and served partner here just, you know, catching right in a bottle one time. This is like heady shit. Like, I mean, she's there.
Iconoclast.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, she's already like a one-namer pop culturally, but like, I don't know. That's we're jumping ahead to a lot of stuff. I just gave her a slam and a half, but I mean, it's not, I crossed my mind today and I was like, okay, that's a different stratosphere. You know, she wins this, that's a different stratosphere. You've won the US Open, the French Open, and Wimbledon. I mean, that's not like, hey, that's cool. Like, you know, New Balance rocks. That's not like, that's a different deal. Yeah. That's a different deal. Anyways, I couldn't have been more impressed. I love your game crush on Muchova.
Oh man.
I have like envy.
What is it? What is it about her game that you like? And not even just translates to grass so well, but just is so fun to watch.
Yeah,
from like a tennis head.
It's weird. I was talking with Patrick McEnroe in the green room today, and it's weird because a lot of times you'll watch Muchova when she's deep in the tournaments, right? They don't tend to show her matches to an American audience when it's like second or third round of like Indian Wells. You don't really see it. Someone else is featured. So then, and there are a lot of players like that who are phenomenal. And then you see them and it's like a quarters against Osaka, or it's a semi against someone. So by the time you see them, they're playing well. Right. And so my memory that's like singed into my brain with Muchova is like, she's always so good. And then I see a 10 next to her name, which is phenomenal. Like, imagine if you were the 10th best doctor in the world. Everyone would be like, I have the best doctor. I see it like by far. That's not even close. The best doctor in the Southern Hemisphere. And yet you see a 10 next to her name and you're going, I don't know how she's not 3 in the world. She's so good. And you ask what makes her great. Like, serve is great. She's super athletic. She can come forward. She can play at the net. She can hit slices. You know, when she's on point with it, I mean, she's just fun to watch because of her variety, right? Seeing her kind of have to implement different skill sets to Naomi, who has plan A and plan A. It was fun to watch. You know, she's going to be in with a shot. I think the grass of things changes the matchup against Coco. But after today, I don't know that I can talk that much about Coco not being comfortable on grass. She looked really comfortable out there today. I don't think it's a preferred surface, but I mean, whose preferred surface is it? It's been carnage on the women's side with the top seeds. You know, like I don't know. I mean, it's going to be fun to watch.
And they both have a hot hand. They both have a hot hand, right? I mean, I think Muchova's on a 9-match win streak, you know, with 2 wins over Osaka, once in the finals last week, and then
with an injury, but yes.
Yeah, with an injury, but you know, I think it's 6-1 is Coco over Muchova career-wise. So it'll be exciting to see.
Yeah, that aside, Zverev gets through. Lehechka dropped this third set in about 12 seconds when he got back on court, but leveled off. I don't think physically he's going to be too taxed by it. Like, I know it's 3 days in a row. Mentally, I think that's tougher than physically. Fritz, 7-0, has won the last 7 since 2024 Wimbledon. You know, making your picks and then having to watch people build form. Like, Paolini is a completely different player at this point. Coco is a completely different player. Like, I don't know how you account for someone finding form. I don't know how you predict that. You know, what's the difference between Paolini being in the quarters or spending 6 more minutes playing average and losing to Robin Montgomery first round? Like, I don't know. It's fun to watch. It's never concrete, right? The tournaments always build and shape shift and change. I guess my point with that is Zverev, I think, is going to give Taylor a tougher test than I may have thought at the beginning of the tournament.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Fritz, I've had him as the favorite in the bottom half the whole time, but, you know, like, I'm watching that and I'm going, I know Fritz has won 7 in a row against Zverev. I go, but I don't think I think he'd be pretty pumped still if Lehechka won. Mm-hmm. You know, the trade-off between matchup and pedigree. I'm excited for that one tomorrow. You know, it's going to be Fritz just trying to fight off returns and then exploit go pace to the forehand. You know, we've seen it. We know what it is. He can stay in that back-into-back-end rally with Zverev. I'm just curious to see if he, serving volley at all something. Fritz is going to the chipped forehand at like a crazy clip compared to last year. Like 30-40% more kind of knocking down that chip forehand. It's something we saw Stan Wawrinka do midstream in his career, and it really helped him. And they're not similar players, obviously. Like, they play differently, but Fritz is able to chip that forehand return down. And then if you don't really get a hold of that next one, he can turn it because he can inject pace into that second ball, right? You have to really execute to kind of burn him off of that chip return. I think we're going to see a heavy dose of him doing that tomorrow. I'm curious to see if Zverev has noticed that, has been told that. I'm assuming he's not watching as much tennis as I am this week. I don't know that anyone is. But it'll be curious to see if he serves and volleys off of that, comes into that first one. So curious to see the adjustments that Zverev makes, right? He doesn't often have to try to adjust, aside from Carlos and Sinner, off of his stock offering. So that'll be interesting. Sinner gets through Struff, and a lot of the commentary is like, he looked fine. I'm like, you know what? You know when you're really good? Do you know when you're really, really, really good? Is when you win a quarterfinal at a slam, strat 5-6-3, I don't know, like some tough moments. And people are like, I don't know. That's like you're basically being judged against your own shadow.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, we expected that versus like, congratulations.
Yeah, well, by they, you mean me. I mean, I'm like, he was fine today. And then I'm like, motherfucker, he just won straight sets. like, what are we talking about? But I mean,
12
that's the
consecutive win at Wimbledon.
Yeah, it's like, he could have made, I don't know. Would he have made that forehand last year? I don't know. Like, we're idiots. We're so stupid. We're so
spoiled.
I will tell you, like, we're doing these shows after the shows, and I was thinking as I walked into this home that I found on Airbnb, I was like, I'm home. I have food waiting on the other side of this wall from this studio. And I'm going, you're not that much older than Novak. You're tired. You didn't play.
Yeah.
I'm at this home. I'm like, Novak probably found his home on Airbnb, but like he probably found his home the same way. And he won't be at his home for like 2.5 more hours.
Oh my gosh. That's like crazy.
I mean,
it's
he
almost
still has to do
midnight,
press. I'm gonna be done with my night like shortly before midnight here, because we're gonna wrap it right up here in a second. And like Novak might not, he's not gonna be even sniffing in his home. You think he found it on Airbnb? I bet he did. No?
I bet he did. I bet
I don't want to
maybe.
project. I don't want to get. We can't get in
He
trouble
should,
for saying
though,
that, right?
because there's great homes on Airbnb. He should.
Yeah. I think we're fine.
Uh-huh.
Stat of the day brought to you by ServiceNow. 5 ... What's that called? What's a ... 15?
Just 2 dots?
It's a colon. Yeah.
It's a
There he
colon.
goes. He may not know what Beavis and Butthead is, but he knows his punctuation. This guy over here, Techie Sean to my left. Yeah, right. Longest, I said earlier in the show, longest Wimbledon quarterfinal in history. Won by a 39-year-old. There has been there's no way you guys know this. Unless you heard it on the broadcast tonight. There has been a 39-year-old who's made the finals on the men's side before. Bueller?
I'm like racking my brain. I have no idea.
No, you have no idea. Ken Rosewall, muscles. Just a Aussie, just an old school Aussie, bloody legend. I love Ken Rosewall. He's so cool. But it's weird, like, not to be the oldest to have done something. I'm sure. I actually don't know that for sure. I don't know like months and days and all that shit, but. Yeah, Ken Rosewall made the finals at 39 years old. So it can be done. Not like Novak needs any inspiration
We
for what.
we should have known that, Sean. We went into the history. We went into the museum. We should have seen that. I'm embarrassed.
No, you're not.
Museum's
There's no way.
pretty sweet.
I would have bet my house at home as well as the home I found on Airbnb that you didn't know that. No chance.
No, I'm saying we should have known that. We should have seen it inside the Hall of Fame. I guarantee it's in there.
Yeah, maybe.
He was
I don't know.
39 years old in 246 days. So
I got to be honest. I didn't know that. Johnny Mac said it on there tonight. I didn't know it. I didn't know it either.
It's very, very old.
Anyways, team, lots of drama, mad respect, like Novak, Felix. Appreciate the memory. It was a great one. I'm kind of, as you can tell, I'm kind of still I'm kind of still shocked, like by it all, a little shell shocked, but respect, man. I've said it before. I think I'm going to say it till the end of time. Everyone can get pissed. I don't care. Tennis is the hardest sport on earth. This is Served, brought to you by ServiceNow. Wolfia.
I have my dream job, but even dream jobs have not so dreamy parts. That's where ServiceNow's AI specialists come in. They don't just tell you what to do about your busy work, they actually do it. That way your team can focus on what matters. To learn how to put AI to work for people, visit servicenow.com.